Hi everyone, today I am doing a review on the Julia Donaldson story collection. So in this review I'll be showing you this bag which I have got along with those books, and there are 10 books, and I would like to show you all the different books which I have got along with this bag. So let's get started. So this is the bag which we get along with the books which are present here. So it's quite lightweight, and if you could see, there are a lot of images. These are the images of the books which are present in this bag, and all the images are there, each storybook, and on the back side too. And here the cost is also mentioned, but this is not the cost which I got it for. I got it for Indian rupees 1300, and it's worth it for 10 books. So this is the bag which is there along with this book set, and this is the paper which they have given. In this there are 10 books. They have mentioned all the books which are there in this set. So I would like to show you each book separately. So let's get started. The first book is The Snail and the Whale by Julia Donaldson and Axel Scheffler. And as you could see, there's a shine on the name itself. And this is about quite a horizontally long book. And the books of Julia Donaldson are quite big compared to other books which I have with me. So this is about the snail and the whale, and how the whale takes the snail all around the world, shows the sky, shows the water, and shows each and every place while going around. And the snail wanted to see around all those places has been showed by the snail, by the whale, and the snail is sitting on the tail of the whale. So there are a lot of rhymes in this, rhyming words. And as they go, they see some people riding the boat very fast, and the whale couldn't bear the sound of it, and it goes to the land, and then it gets stuck over there, and it's not able to move and go to the water back. So the snail says, I'll try to help you. And he goes to the school nearby and sees the kids and teacher and the blackboard. As he sees the blackboard, he just trails, and in a silver trail he says, save the whale. And all of them go together, call the fireman, and all of them come and help the whale. And the whale and the snail again go inside the water. So this is all about this story, and it's really wonderful for kids, and the illustrations are really wonderful. The images are just attractive, can't just leave my eyes away from it. All the books are really wonderful. I would be showing each one separately. So let me show you the second book. The second book is Room on the Broom. It's again by Julia Donaldson and Axel Scheffler. So this is again horizontally big, as you could see, and this too has a very good story and very good illustrations mentioned over here. And it's quite rhyming, as you could see. The witch had a cat and a very tall hat. So that's how they go in this broom, and they ride on this broom all over the forest. While riding, the witch's hat flies and falls down somewhere on the ground, and the witch gets down in search of the hat, and this dog gives the hat to the witch. And the dog asks the witch, is there room on the broom? And the witch says yes. And then they all go together. Then next time her bow flies away, and then she again has to go down on the ground in search of a bow. That way each animal gets on the broom, like the bird, the dog, one after the other, something or the other falls, then the frog, and everyone flies on the broom thereafter. And as they fly, the wind blows so hard that the broom breaks and everyone fall. And then the dragon sees the witch and it wants the witch, but then her friends come and they become a beast and they scare the dragon away. So then this witch makes some beautiful takes all the things like the dog's bone, the bird's twig, and all that stuff is taken, and she does a small spell and makes a big magnificent broom where everyone can sit properly and it won't break away. So really loved the story in this, and the illustrations and images are really wonderful. I really like this book too. So let me show you the third book. So the third book is Monkey Puzzle by Julia Donaldson and Axel Scheffler. Again, this book is long vertically, as you could see. It's 2 times the size of my palm and it's full of greenery. And this is about this monkey, how it's lost his mother, and a butterfly comes and says, "What happened? Why are you sad?" And the monkey says, "I'm in search of my mother," and he explains how his mother is and how the butterfly guides to each animal, and each animal is like the elephant. He shows him to elephant, "This is your mother," and he says, "No, this is not my mother. She has a trunk. This elephant has a trunk. My mother doesn't have a trunk." So then again she'll explain, the monkey explains that she curls around the tree, and so the butterfly shows the snake. So really wonderful story. Each animal has been shown, and how each animal looks different from the monkey, it's mentioned over here. And then at last he says, no, these are not my mother. My mother looks like exactly like me. So the butterfly says, my my babies don't look like me. So he was confused, and then suddenly the monkey meets his dad, and the butterfly say, "That's your mom?" "No." Then he says, "No, that's my dad," and the dad takes to home, and then he meets his mother and he's very happy. So this is this story about this Monkey Puzzle, the third book which is in this list. So let me show you the fourth book. The fourth book is The Gruffalo by Julia Donaldson and Axel Scheffler. So this again is a really wonderful story. It's about this mouse, how it scares each animal, saying about a gruffalo, and they are like, "What's gruffalo?" So the mouse says, "You don't know gruffalo. The gruffalo has terrible claws, terrible tusks, and he likes to eat roasted fox," and the fox gets scared and runs away. So each animal comes towards the mouse and invites for lunch, and the mouse scares them by telling about the gruffalo, and they are wondering, who is this gruffalo? What is this gruffalo? They are not understanding what is this gruffalo. So it's a really wonderful story, and the illustrations, as you could see, each book has a very wonderful illustration. Some have rhymes, some has songs, and some has a normal story like this one. So let me show you the fifth book. This is the fifth book, Cave Baby by Julia Donaldson and Emily Gravett. This is by the author of the Gruffalo, which I showed you just now. And again, these books are really wonderful. This is about this cave baby and her parents, father is very brave, mother is good at painting, and this kid was getting bored staying at cave, and he tries to paint on the walls of the cave, and the mother and father says, "What are you doing?" and they start to clean it. And suddenly one night, one elephant comes and takes the baby away, and the baby asks, "You are the big brown bear?" So the mother says that the big brown mother and father scare the child by saying that the big brown bear will come and take you. And as this elephant takes this cave baby on the inside the forest, he sees one or the other animal and he thinks this tiger is the brown bear. Each time he says some animal, he wonders that is this the brown bear. And then they reach a cave and he wonders, is this the house of the brown bear? And there the elephant and all the family of his is there, and tells there he sees a brush. They give him a brush and paint, and he paints on all the walls of their cave, and they are very happy. And then this elephant takes him back to his cave, and he dreams good things about each and every animal and not scared of it. So this book can help your child not to get scared of animals, of forest animals. So this is also one of the wonderful books. Let me show you the sixth book. The sixth book is The Troll by Julia Donaldson, David Roberts. This is again by the author of the Gruffalo, and it's written by Julia Donaldson and illustrated by David Roberts, as you could see. And this is about this troll who wants to eat a goat, but he doesn't get a goat. Every time he goes to a bridge, he finds someone else. And there is this pirates who come on a ship in search of gold, but they don't find the gold. Each time they move around, they find something else, and then they're hungry. So these stories are really wonderful, and the illustrations, as you could see, all this book is especially something different they have made. The pirates go in search of a gold box, and they try to dig at each place they stop, and when they dig, they find something else, something wrong. And then this part of the story, like there are 4 divisions of this pirate story, and you could see this part of the story is about the troll, and this part of the story is about the pirates. So alternate, it's keeping, this is the first time you could see 2 different stories in one book, and plus it's like 2 different stories are being said at the same time. Like first it's been told about the troll, then the next page is again told about the pirates and how they get tired of digging and not finding gold, and how this troll goes on each bridge and finds some animal and things to eat it, but then he wants a, they say that go, I'm not the goat, you go to the next bridge. So that's really wonderful, something different than the other normal books, and I really like the illustrations. It's something really different, and this 4-part division which they have made, it's really wonderful. I really like this book, and my toddler is just getting a hang of these books. It's quite difficult to understand, the words are tough in it, so I just try to explain to her. So I would like to show you the next book. The next book is about the Tyrannosaurus drip, Julia Donaldson, David Roberts. All the stories are different, they are good in their own way, and but the illustrations are never compromised, nor the pictures. They are really colorful, and some illustrations are so wonderful, they rhyme together, and also there are songs in it. So each book has a different, one book has songs in it, like the book I have not shown you, I'll be showing you that. So really wonderful. I like the images, the color combinations, the way they have explained each story in different way. So I really liked it. So I would like to show you the next book. The next book is Gruffalo's Child. This is again about Gruffalo. There are two series in Gruffalo by Julia Donaldson and Axel Scheffler. So this again is about this Gruffalo telling about a big bad mouse, and the baby Gruffalo wants to know who is this big bad mouse, and he goes in search of it, and each time he sees an animal and he wonders this is the big bad mouse. But then everyone says no, we are not the one, and you would find it ahead. And then suddenly he sees one small mouse and he wonders who is this, and he was very hungry after a long journey in search of big bad mouse, so he tries to go and eat it. But then the mouse anyhow tries to convince him and goes above the tree and waits for a moon to come. And when the moon comes, there's a shadow of this mouse which comes, and seeing that shadow, this baby Gruffalo gets scared, and he realizes that this is the big bad mouse and runs away. And this mouse follows the footstep and finds that both the Gruffalos are sleeping in their cave. So really wonderful story. I really liked it. So let me show you the other book. This is The Paper Dolls by Julia Donaldson and Rebecca Cobb. Now this book is the book which I said has song in it, and it's just wonderful. This girl with her mom makes paper dolls, and these paper dolls have been named by Ticky, Tacky, Jackie the Becky, Jim with two nose, Joe with a bow. So how these paper dolls dance, jump, and they sang, and when they meet a dinosaur says, "I am going to get you," and how they sing. So this book, then they sing, these paper dolls, then they sing, "You can't get us, oh no, we are holding hands and we won't let go. We are Ticky Tacky and Jackie the Becky, and Jim with two nose and Joe with a bow." And they jumped away, and then they go to farmyard, and they just play around all the time. Each time the animal comes, they just sing, and then they get away from their situation. But then suddenly this boy arrives, and he comes with a scissor and tells them, "I'll cut you off," and he cuts them off into pieces. And then these paper dolls are in the memory of the girl, and as the girl grows into a mother, she has a girl child too, and she helps her to make paper dolls. And again the story of the paper dolls has been told to the child with new names, and how they jumped, danced, and sang together. So this story is too something different, because there's a song in this, and you can sing along with your child, so you can make it interesting. Also you can make such type of paper dolls for your kid. That's a good activity too. So by reading this book, you get to do some activity too. So I really liked it. So let me show you the last book which is there in the series. The last one is What the Ladybird Heard by the author of Gruffalo, illustrated by Julia Donaldson and Lydia Monks. And again, this is a farmyard, and how all the animals in the farmyard are there, and what all sounds they make are mentioned with apostrophe, as you could see, with boldly they have mentioned the sounds. So it helps your child to learn the sounds of each animal. And how the ladybird said never a word, but then the ladybird sees and hears everything. So one day she speaks to all the animals in the farmyard and tells them there are two people who are going to come and take the cow away, and this is the route they are going to follow. So they all again make noise. Each one makes their own noise. So this helps you to oink, said the hog, ba, said the sheep, woof, said the dog. So it's really wonderful. And then the ladybird decides to whisper to them, each animal, that what we can do to protect the cow. So they decided to make, each one decided to make a different sound. Like the goose makes the noise of a horse, neigh. So that way they make different noise and guides them to go to a wrong animal. So duck makes the noise moo, and they think that they have reached the cow, and they try to catch it, and they fall in the duck pond. That's how the farmer wakes, and he calls the policeman, and they have been caught. And then everyone makes the sound again, as you could see, and the ladybird again says never a word. So really wonderful. All the books in this series are different, have different ways of explaining each story. Some have song, some have 2 different stories in each page, different story, and some have rhymes, and some have just stories. But all the stories are quite different from each one. So I really liked all the books, personally liked all the books, and the books are quite big. So it's, the words are a little tough as I felt, but it's okay. As the child grows, they will learn it slowly and steadily. But the books are really wonderful, as I said. So I highly recommend Julia Donaldson books. So if you like the video, please do like, subscribe and share, and thank you for watching the video. Bye bye.